What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Crypto Plebs channel. It's your boy Jumpman Crypto. So the whole crypto markets and even stock market and even the people that are not even invested in the markets are patiently waiting to see what is going to happen with this whole Russia-Ukraine potential peace offering. I can tell you right now that things, in my opinion, don't look really bad. I was really coming in here with trying to be optimistic. See, things seem to be happening behind the scenes. I know right now they are talking. Trump's on the phone with Putin, back and forth, back and forth. They're negotiating out what is going to happen. I know a lot of people are asking, well, what does this have to do with crypto? Well, it has a lot to do with crypto, guys, because, if this deal falls apart, there could be potentially more tariffs and more, uncertainty in these markets that will potentially cause, ripple effects in other parts of the sectors of the market. So yes, while a lot of people think that it doesn't matter, it shouldn't matter, it does matter. This is a totally different cycle. A lot of macro environments are in effect with crypto. And, guys, this is the time that we should all be really locked in, formulating a plan, making sure that we are ahead of the game. But it seems to happen all the time in the markets. When we get a pullback, all the people that were bullish when we're in all-time highs, they go into hibernation. And then, people like me, and some of you guys that are staying locked in, we make all the money while everybody else that is in the normie camp, they will come back after things have already pumped and then they wonder why they're not making money in this market. So, guys, don't be that way and don't be one of these people that are just only here to make a quick buck. And then these are the people that obviously lose money. So, please make sure you have the notification bell turned on. Make sure you are following me. And if you're not following me, make sure you're following somebody that knows what they're talking about, that's keeping you updated every day, like your boy does. Even when I'm not making YouTube videos, I'm active in the Discord. I am always posting levels or at least giving my insights on the market. And your boy, I am the edit free. I don't care if I miss up YouTuber that comes on here and just keeps it 100 all the time. And you guys need to really, please take that with in the highest consideration, because look, a lot of these people out here, I'm not gonna throw any shade on anybody, man, but a lot of people don't know what they're talking about out here, man. You see the same jokers every time we get a pullback. You start seeing the thumbnails. It's over. It's over. And look, it could be over, but I'm here with you all the time through the good and the bad. And usually, when a couple months go by, we end up hitting new all-time highs. Everybody loves your boy Jump, and then the market's correct, and then everybody hates me. It's a tough job, but somebody got to do it, and I wear it with a smile. So here I am. Let's get into the video real quick. So we have a falling wedge on Bitcoin, guys. Look, this is a bearish signal. It plays out about 79 to 80% of the time. I'm not always live by the sword, die by the sword by these patterns. We just got to kind of take them, with a grain of salt. If they play out, they play out. If they don't, they don't. If this thing were to play out, guys, 98,000 to 100,000 is the target. I don't think we'll go down that low. We have a lot of support at 112, 113K. I do have an area of interest where I would like to pick up Bitcoin back again. And I can even say that I'm actually even thinking about buying Bitcoin at 105K. But if I were to, I would be picking up around this area. The current price that it's at right now is not somewhere that I would typically want to buy at. But, definitely we break below this 98K. This would obviously set the altcoins on fire. Everybody would go into a mass chaotic form of panic mode. And that's where people like myself will swoop in, buy everything up, and my goons, and we would make a shitload of money. And while everybody else is panic selling. So do I think that this will play out? I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't think so, to be honest with you. The falling wedge, like I said, is a bearish candle. It's a bearish pattern, but they have other patterns that are popping out. I mean, like I said, at the end of the day, we have a few double bottoms and a few other indicators that are triggering. And we still have other big institutions that are buying, guys. I think there was Meta Planet or another company that just bought Bitcoin over the weekend. And then, good old Michael Saylor coming to the rescue is raising more money to buy more Bitcoin. So while people are, contemplating if we're going to go back down to 50K, 60K, these institutions are scrounging money together and they are buying the dip. So please keep that in consideration when you guys are, getting ready to panic sell, because we went down a couple of percent. They're these big players. They are big drivers in this market. So I think that we are still okay. Of course, there's going to be levels that we need to make sure that we're paying attention to. But as of right now, we just got to make sure that we keep an eye on this, 115K. If we break below 114, 113, then, we have this support line over here in the 112, and we just got to keep an eye on it. Okay, guys. Next, we have Ethereum. Now, no lie, Ethereum has been looking really weak, pretty much playing out the exact same way like how XRP did, hit its close to its all-time high, rejected, and then it's just been pulling back. I ran a fib on here. We're going to have a lot of resistance when we get back up to this 4,600 and even more at this 4661. We do have this trend line here. I'm looking for us to probably make a full retracement back down to 4266. But if we were to even come down here to the lower 3800s, it wouldn't surprise me. Would still be in an uptrend and the market would still be intact. So please, just relax. I know people are kind of sweating, and look, at the end of the day, you just got to make a conscious decision for yourself. If you bought at 1,000 or 2,000 and you're in massive profits, take some profits. No biggie. But if you guys are here for the long haul and you guys are trying to get that, 5,200 to 6,500 Ethereum, that definitely you will be challenged and you're going to have to endure. This is the way it is in the cycle. Nobody can predict the future, not yet at least. And we just got to go through it. So look, again, like I said in my last video, I don't think, Ethereum is going to be the play for you, if you're trying to make, big returns. If you're just trying to make a quick, safe swing trade, yeah, definitely Ethereum would be good. If we go back down to this lower 3,800, 39 or 4K, you can make a nice little 10 to 15, even 20%, once everything goes back into full bull mode, and we just got to wait and see. So yes, and let's cover good old XRP. Look, we have, an inverted head and shoulders that is potentially playing out, but I do also want to bring this to your attention as well, guys. There might be a potential bear flag right here. So we need to make sure that we are also keeping that in the back of our minds as well, guys. Not the prettiest, but obviously we can see that there is a bear flag right here, guys. So please, keep that, keep that on the back of your minds. If you guys have to get into XRP and you are trying to accumulate more of your position, set up some buy orders between 276, and hey, if we could even come back down to this 268. I know people would still be sweating and stuff like that, but again, guys, we're doing fine. Remember, a couple months ago, we were down here in the lower, twos over here, and this in this zone over here. So everything still looks fine. Look, we're going through a little bit right now. I get it. We dipped down, and everybody thought we're gonna go to $5, real quick, and we're going to Valhalla. I thought so as well too, but this whole PPI and all this other stuff has just really kind of brought some more adversity into the cycle. But at the end of the day, look, I mean, if you guys were buying XRP down here when we were calling it back out in the KGU back in, or even plebs, we were calling this out all down here. So you guys should be really sitting good on cruise control. We got back to an all-time high, close to an all-time high, and that should have been the place for you to de-risk. But it's just the same stuff, guys. You get lured into YouTube, you get lured into these bigger influencers that are telling you that we're going to 4, we're going to 5, and it's just greed. At the end of the day, that's all it is greed. And look, it happens, and but we need to make sure that we're staying educated, and we need to make sure that we're strategizing exit levels to get out of these cryptocurrencies, because I see a lot of other things too. People get married to their bags. They're married to their investments. There's no clear insight of when to sell the token, and that's also bad. Remember, guys, it's great to make money, but it's better to secure the money. So please, if you're not in a Discord that's teaching you how to take profits, or at least telling you to take profits, you need to consider joining a group that is always emphasizing taking profits. Nobody can really teach how to take profits. I mean, look, I've always given PDFs and other insights to people, but it's all mental, because I think a lot of it's more like just a mental thing. People take pride in their investments, and they think that, their assets going to do a 20x or whatever. And I get it, man. But at the end of the day, look, most of these coins have already made a lot of their gains already, and that's just a fact. I know a lot of people won't be brave to say that, but your boy Jump will always tell you how it is and how it was and how it's going to be. So please always take that in consideration with me. I'm never going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what I think, and it's, of course, it's just a guess, like everybody else. All right. So let's cover Mr. Avalanche. Avalanche is doing pretty much the same thing, guys. It's still in the uptrend. I know a lot of people are still kind of frustrated with this. I am too. This coin has now been adopted into the coin that is in that camp that has pissed me off, frustrates me. But fun fact, a couple months ago, that was Ethereum. And if you guys know in the Discord, my little rants and raves about Ethereum, and Ethereum ended up doing what it needed to do for me. So I'm confident that AVAX will get there too. But like I said, we're just walking through it, but still in the uptrend. This will be another coin that will have institutional adoption, ETFs, partnerships, and right now it's just not getting that much love right now. But I can tell you right now that, guys, look, it still has open interest by Wall Street and other big players. So just please be patient and DCA. Look, I put out a message today for people to be a little cautious on the DCAing, but look, if we dip down, between the 22.93, even back down to $19, that should be an area where you throw the kitchen sink at it. And at that point, you just buy and look away. And we'll touch base at November. And if this thing is not at $50 or 45 at least, again, I will have to do the infamous. I will shave my head on a live stream just to show you guys that how much I believe in AVAX. I'm an AVAX maniac, and I believe that this thing will do just fine. You just got to be patient. And I know patience is not some of you guys' virtues, but you got to make sure that you guys keep your eyes on the prize. If not, you're not going to make money here, okay? So, yes, AVAX is not doing too good. But, look, just give it some time. I think that it'll eventually fall into place, and, things will be just fine. Let's check out, the regular markets right now, still red. I'm surprisingly not seeing us slip back into this, higher Bitcoin dominance, which is okay. We're in 50 neutral. I'm surprised we're not in fear as well either. But guys, look, it's just things are doing okay. They're not moving maybe to the way we want them to move, but they're headed that direction. So let's just be patient. We have some data that's coming out this Wednesday. We have Fed minutes. We're going to be paying attention to see what the federal boards are wanting to do with rate cuts. We need to see if we have any type of clues. Even though every time I say that, the guy comes out and he's pretty much like a straight arrow. He doesn't give us any clues. But eventually, what I do know is that we're either going to get these cuts, this year or next year, but they're going to happen. And I know that for sure within the next 6 months. So the name of the game is just being prepared. If you bought after they did rate cuts, you're too late. So the object is to be in before rate cuts and try to sell, I guess, during rate cuts if you're just trying to get in and out. If you believe the cycle is coming to an end, like 90% of all YouTube. So just keep that with a grain of salt. One coin that I do want to bring up to you guys' attention is going to be Chainlink. Chainlink has been doing super, super good. What is going on, Coin Market Cap? Come on, don't be tripping on me. Chainlink has been doing really good, guys. It's getting that institutional adoption. Remember, Chainlink is an oracle. It basically connects all these different cryptocurrencies together, like Solana and all these different chains together. So this is like the glue that makes it all happen. Remember, oracles give like real-time price data, and it's very crucial information and data that we need for the crypto space. And the head of the guy, Sergey Nazarov, was pretty much spearheading crypto with the whole crypto legislation and stuff like that. So, I do think that, with every coin pretty much having its time in the sun, this is Chainlink's turn. So, I know a lot of people were complaining about how Chainlink never moves and never does anything. It's just stagnant. It's been doing really great. I had a take profit zone around $30 for it, but around this 26, $27, I was actually taking some profits on it. I was buying it at $10. So you can't be mad at that clean 100% return. So, it's done what it's needed to do for me. So at the end of the day, we just need to find the next coin that's going to do that for us. And there's so many out there, like, Solana, Cardano, again, AVAX, Sui, Hedera, Hashgraph. There's so many different coins out there. Like I said, the market doesn't look bad. It's just annoying because it keeps going up and down, side to side. People are expecting these nice, big, massive, girthy pumps, and it's just not happening. But like I said, it will happen, but it'll happen likely after you gave up and you exited the market. But I can tell you one thing, I'm not going anywhere, and I'm still got my strategy that I'm using, and I'm still trading on my favorite place to trade at, which is going to be PHEMEX. Guys, you know that we talk about this all the time. PHEMEX is the place that we trade on here in the Discord. You guys are more than welcome to use the links below to sign up, for a chance to, make some life-changing gains, but I always recommend you guys, before you start to trade, get the basic knowledge of how to do it, how to operate it. They have mock trading there that helps you kind of like learn the ropes. Sometimes you got to put in $100, $200, and you got to skin your knees. That's the only way to learn in this market, is by making mistakes. I think that, paper trading is great, but at the end of the day, you got to learn with real money. That's the only way to do it. So there will be links below to PHEMEX, and you guys are more than welcome to sign up to the KGU with my links below, or you're even able to join Pleb's Discord. Also links below as well. Please make sure that you guys are showing support to me. I'm a small channel. It's very, very, very crucial that I grow, because I'm trying to help people like you understand crypto. Look, I'm not the best technical analysis. I'm not going to be coming on here, like a straight professional YouTuber. Look, I never edit my videos. I come in, I say what I need to say. If I stutter, if I get hung up on my words, it is what it is. I am not here to be perfect, but I am here to be the best at what I do. And that's just being here through the good and the bad. So guys, please, if you can, leave some love for me in the comment section. Tell me about your crypto journey. If you need any help, throw some comments down there. I'm sure some of the community will be more than eager to help you out. I know you guys see the love in the comment sections all the time. The plebs in the KGU love for Jumpman is super high. We're like the Hulkamaniacs of crypto. You guys better keep an eye out for me, because one day you guys will see me at the very top, and I hope that you guys are with me. So with that being said, we're going to close this video out. I hope you guys have a blessed day, and y'all guys keep an eye out for that Wednesday live stream that we have that's exclusively for the KGU. If you're not in the KGU, you are missing out. Shout out to my boy Keenan Grace. You boys out like a scout. Jumpman and Crypto Plebs KGU to the moon.